Hey, look at that. You can actually see me today because I got a new phone yesterday, finally. All right. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. This is going to be a very messed up video because I did not prep anything ahead of time. I made all of the, whoops, let's get that off of there. Whoops. You can hear me duplicate. Okay, come on. I'll just do that. Okay, well, that was, oh, darn. Okay, hang on. So I'm back to using my new, or my old setup, and it is not, sorry guys, it is not happy with me. It's been sitting around for too long, and it doesn't want to stay where I want it to stay, so I'm having to tape it all over the place. This is not going to be, like I said, my apologies. Hi, Sherry. Ahead of time, this is not going to be very organized. Okay, I will do the best I can do here. All right, somehow that went away. It stopped recording? No. Hi, Julie. Why am I not seeing anything here? That is very weird. Okay, it says I'm live now. Can you guys see me? Because I'm seeing black screen. So that is weird. Do something here. Okay. Okay, yes, okay. Now I've got the screen. Okay, sorry about that. Jeepers. Like I said, I'm very unorganized because I got the, oh, there goes my screen again. That is weird. Oh well, as long as you can see me, I guess that's all that matters. I don't know why it keeps going black. I got the sample made, but I didn't get a chance to prep anything for the one that I'm going to make today. So let me show you the sample though. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you down to the desk. So let me switch you around here. See how this goes. Okay, I guess this is okay. We'll see. This is very frustrating. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so this is the card, and I'm going to hold it this way so you can see what it does. You open it up, and underneath is the brace that's going to make it stand up as an easel card, but also a card within a card so that you can put your message in here so that your message isn't showing at the front of the card. And if you twist it up before you put it in the envelope, twist it up nice, put it flat. Then when your person opens it, it spins. There you go. Okay. I don't like that I can't see anything, but I'll do the best I can. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Julie. Hi, Sherry and Sherry. I've got two Sherrys. Okay. Okay, so I am going to use this set, Cheerful Daisies, which is carrying over to the new catalog. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. I just got it today. I just got another order today. In order to do this, I can't believe this. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to figure something out to make this better. Let me put another piece of tape on my telescoping arm here. Hi, Claudia. Oops. Okay. Very, very unorganized today. All right. See what we can do here. Okay, let's see what happens here. One more time. Okay, so if this is going to do this with my telephone, then I may just go back to using my iPad if it's going to keep going black on me so I can't see the screen. Okay, so I'm going to use this to make a card like this, but it's going to be a portrait card. And I'm going to need some dies. I'm going to use deckled circle dies. When I'm all done here, I'll tell you what I used on the other card. Deckled circles. Okay, so the first circle I made needs to be slightly bigger than this. Let's see, will it fit in there? Yes, it will. Almost perfectly. Okay, and then we're going to go a couple of sizes bigger than that. Let's go a lot bigger than that. I'll have to see. Let's see how wide is this? That's a little too big. I don't want it to go to the very edge of the card. Okay, that should work. I might even go just a little bit smaller, so it would be 2 up. Yep, that'll work. Okay. All right, so here we go. Hi, Doug. Hi, Aunt Bev. Okay, I'm going to do this, a really simple one. You'll see on this one, I did a lot more than what I'm going to do on this one. So on this one, I did my bee and I colored it and I made some little flowers and some fronds and I embossed the card. So I'm going to be a little simpler with this one so that I'm not keeping you here all night with me being so unorganized. First thing I need is a card base, and I'm going to use Lemon Lolly. And there happens to be a card base already cut. Yay! Make sure it's the right size. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and give it a score line. Fold it. I'm not going to fold it yet because I need another piece. Also, same color. And about a little bit, well, I'll do this piece the same size. Don't mind me while I work off screen for a second. Okay. And then I'm going to do another one. I think I'm going to do, let's see. Let's do pumpkin pie. Oh, look, there's a piece there that I can use. And this one's going to be slightly smaller than that. So it's going to be 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut openings out of all 3 of these. I'm going to start by cutting it out of these 2 pieces. I'm going to put them together to make sure somewhere here I have some washi tape, some very old washi tape, which I need it to be old so it doesn't tear. The cardstock. Okay, that's going to cut right through. That's okay. I'm going to put this in the middle here. I'm going to cut these both out at the same time. Guys, I hope this isn't too close, but I have a feeling it is. Let me see if I can. I cannot. Sorry. I'm going to have to get used to using my phone again. Hi, Tammy. Instead of my iPad. And if I can't get used to it, I'm just going to go back to my iPad. But we're going to try and get used to the phone again because it always seemed to come out better on the phone. I don't know. Okay, so remember I'm cutting through 2 layers. So I'm going to go back and forth once. There we go. All right. Oh, I might as well cut the other one out while I'm at it. So now I'm going to take this off. Sure I am. It's not supposed to be sticky. Okay. I'm going to take that off of there and off of here. It's tearing. It's not going to really matter if it tears this one, but I still... Okay. There we go. And then we're going to put this one on here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to, well, I'll be able to do it. I'm going to have to make sure that it lines up. It will. It will. Okay. So I'm going to center this. Get off of there. Center this. Oh, sorry. I'm going to center this on here. No, I'm going to do it this way because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up the way I want it to be so it's even all the way around. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to tape that on there. Whoops, totally missed. Stuck to my finger. Okay, I'm going to take that on there. I'm going to tape this on here. And I'm just going to put it on here like so. And now I have to figure out how this fits on here. This should be fun. I think it's right there, actually. Oh, wow, am I good? Okay, here we go. Yes, it was, Claudia. I'm glad you came. I hope you and Kim will come next time. It will be fun. Okay. Now I can remove this. And take that off of there, and we will take our tape off and hopefully not tear our paper. Although it doesn't really matter because this is the back side. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to my iPad because I am not seeing anything. Picture keeps going out for some strange reason. Okay, those can be set aside for a future craft. Now I need to, let's see here. See if I've got it right. So this goes with this, like so, except I want it this way. Okay. And I'm going to make it line up here. Looks like this. Yep. Okay. What I need to do is I need to score this. Oh. Sorry, guys. I did that wrong. Okay. And I could do it this way, but it'll be so much better if I do it a portrait top fold. So, sorry, I told you I wasn't organized today. Okay, so I need it to be 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches with the fold at 5 1/2 inches. Okay, this will work much better. So let me just cut this out real quick, and I can actually do it just like this. It's on here. Well, I'm going to use this one though, because if I don't, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay. I need new washi tape. I'm going to just try and do it without the washi tape. Won't that be great? I gotta find that little bump right there, and it's right here. Oops, that's the little one. I need the big one. Where'd the big one go? Under here, probably. Yep. Okay. All right. I don't want that there. Oh, that doesn't matter because that'll be over it. Okay. Let's try this again the right way. I'll just do this off screen, guys. Don't mind me. Make sure everything's lined up right. Make sure it falls into its little niche. Make sure it's even all the way around. Line it up where it's supposed to. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Okay, let's get this done right now. Okay, now I've got it right. Save that for something else. Alrighty, now we're good. Okay, so this is going to go on this other way, like so, and this is going to go on here, like so. Okay, first thing we're going to do, looks like that actually slid sideways a little bit. I'll have to trim it down a little bit, that's okay. First thing we've got to do is we've got to put score lines on this. To make the easel card, we have to have a fold there. So this is 4 1/4. No, this is 5 1/2. So I need 2 3/4. 2 3/4. And I'm just going to put score lines across. There we go. Okay. Now I can go ahead and fold this, crease it. Ta-da. And then this will end up going like this. Okay, let's work on this. So first thing I want to do is, yep, that's right. Okay, I want to put a little piece of tape. Well, first I need to mark this. Make sure that I've got it even. So this is 4 inches, so I need it at 2 inches. Need a pencil, and I don't want it to, oh, I have it on the back side, so it's okay. 2 inches. I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing. 2 inches. Okay. But now I've got to make sure I set it up right. So make sure I've got everything the way I need it. Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of tape here, a little bit of tape here. We're going to take our twine. This is still available. This is the 3-pack. I believe it has white, black. I want to say it has white, black, and gray, one of the grays in it, but it could be white, black, and vanilla. Okay, you want it relatively tight, but you don't want it so tight that it buckles the card. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a regular piece of Scotch tape, and I'm going to put that right over there to assure that it's going to stay there. Then I'm going to take another piece of Scotch tape, and I'm going to fold this back because I'm going to make sure this isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to fall out of the card. I have a card that I made a long time ago like this, and I did not double fold this, and the string came out. So, and then we're going to do the same thing on this end. We're going to tape her down. We're going to cut her off. We're going to fold her over and tape her again. Okay. Fold it over. Okay. Now we're going to glue this to this. So I'm going to use my Tombow. I want to make sure there's lots on the twine, and I want to make sure it goes all the way around the circle. I want this to stick. All right, here we go. See if we can line this up. That's the beauty of using glue. I can move it around until it's in the spot I want it. There we go. A little bit thick. Yeah, string down here. That's okay. All right, now the next thing I need is this smaller. I'm going to use white cardstock. Oh, I just happen to have some big pieces here. Yay. Okay. I'm going to cut two circles. Sorry guys, I don't figure you need to see me cutting the circles. I think you know how that's done. So, okay. So before I do anything else on this, I do want to make sure that they stay like that. So I think I'm going to keep them together while I stamp them. Okay, so typically what I could do is I could actually cut these, put it over here where you can see it. I could actually cut these flowers out and post them. I would still need a circle in the middle because they're not, what's the word I want? They're not even on the same sides. I'm old, I can't think anymore. So I couldn't put them back to back. So I'd still need the circles in the middle. But instead of cutting them out today, just to save time, I'm just going to stamp them. I'm going to stamp the insides and the outside. And the neat thing about this, guys, is even you stamp the inside and the outsides, and then you can even cut another piece to make it three-dimensional. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see what I get here. A block. A block would help, wouldn't it? The block I was using today went to probably on my table somewhere. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, I am going to stamp it in black. We'll just use Stays On because that's the one I picked first. Whoops! Except I always forget to take that off. Okay. All right, so we're going to put it here. And then I'm going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing on this side, hopefully in a similar location. We shall see. Doesn't have to be perfect anyhow, but all right. Good. Okay, now we're going to use, well, daisies are white on the inside, but I think we're going to use pale yellow. I think we're going to use light cloudy. And then we're going to use pumpkin pie for the middles. Whoops, I grabbed soft sea foam instead of lemon lolly. Okay, so clean this one off. This is a really neat card. I like this. All right. This is pretty easy to determine how it goes because of the shape of the flower. Let's see here. Looks like I've got enough. And we're going to make sure we line up like this. Down we go. All right. And we're going to flip it over. Do the same thing on the other side. Oops. Nope, that's right. It's just off a little bit. We were supposed to go see our doggy today at his board and train, but his trainer contracted COVID on Friday, and she's still not feeling well, so we had to postpone. Oh, that one did perfect. Okay. Okay. Let's do the center. That away. Get the center out. This is really more a center for, it's going to work though, for the top, for the card, for the flower here. It's really more the center for the side view of the flower, but there's a smaller one that goes on that. So we could do that though. That does look like a flower, daisy, but we're going to use it on this one. Here we go. Okay, think like that. And then we'll turn it over. Do the same thing on this side. Here we go for that. All right, next step. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. If you're watching, make sure you say hi if you haven't already. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to go ahead and attach the flower to the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of them underneath, like so, and I'm going to center it as best I can. Oh, I got something sticky on there. And then I'm going to take a piece of tape And I'm going to, that's pretty close to being centered, I think. Tape it down. Then we're going to go ahead and put some glue on it. Lots. Just going to make sure that my string gets a good amount of glue on it. I think when I made the one before, it was so many years ago, I think I used tape instead of glue. There we go. I'm lining up the edges, I hope. Not exactly. Let's see if I can get it right. Let's see if I can figure this out. There it is. There we go. Okay. So there's that part. And it's got the daisy on each side. And you know what? I might actually add that center to it. But let's go ahead and put it on the card here first. Okay, so we're only gluing it to the bottom part. So I'm even going to open the card because I don't want to accidentally get it on something else. And I'm going to use my little glue. This is Tombow glue. I just put it into a smaller thing so I had more control over it. It might be close to empty because we did use it this weekend at the card class. Oh shoot, I just remembered. Oh no, that's right. Never mind. I was thinking that it was smaller than this, but it's not. It's the same size as this. I put a little too much right there, I think. See if I can spread that down a bit. Get right up against here. Okay. And see if we can line this baby up. Again, I'm looking at this little bump right here, and it's right there. We're going to get it on there. Get it lined up nicely. There it is. Okay. Get that all down nice and tight. Okay, so now we need something for the easel to rest on. So, and let me just do this for the fun of it first and show you. Okay, closed, open. Okay, so we're going to put another card under here, a smaller card under here to put our greeting inside of. And actually, we don't have to with this card. We really don't have to with this card because this is such a big opening. But I want to, well, let me think about this. If I use, well, I'm going to do it just to show you. I'm going to go ahead and put the smaller card inside of it just to show you what I mean. Let's use another piece of lemon lolly. Let's see if I have one in here that we could use. Let's see. Would that be? Not quite. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a new piece and cut one. So if this is 4 1/4 by, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I am going to make this one 3 1/2. Will that fit? Let's see here. Get our ruler out. See how wide this opening is. Yes, this opening is a little over 3, about 3 1/8. So if I make it 3 1/2, and it would be by 3 1/2. So I'm going to make it 3 1/2 by, so I'm taking an 1 3/4 inches off of here. You know what? I'm going to make it 3 3/4. So that's a 1/2 inch off on the width, and then I'm going to make it 5. So it's a 1/2 inch off on the top. So 3 3/4 by 5. So let's get our 5 first. And then we'll get our, so 3 3/4 is 7 1/2. So I need to take just an inch off of this because this is an 8-inch piece. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from with this. And then, okay, we're going to have this open this way, under there. And I am going to go ahead and emboss this with, let's see what I've got here that would be good for embossing daisies. See, I've already taken out all the ones that are retiring. I probably should find one of those and use it. But these are the ones that are carrying over. So I'll go ahead and use one of these. This one is a good choice because it has, not that one, this one, yes, because it has little flowers on it. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. I might have to run it through, I don't think I will have to run it through twice. A little bit of an edge on each side is fine. That will work. Okay. Bear with me while I go run this. I went to Bloomfield, Claudia. Of course I'm quick on my math. All right. There we go. And I just did what I told you guys never to do. Never run your, always run your embossing folders through fold first. But I ran it through sideways because there was no way I could put it fold first and have this fit. Oh, I might have been able to make it fit. Who knows? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here like so. And I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it with glue because I do not want the tape to come undone. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I haven't noticed it with the new tape, but the old tape runners we used to have, after a couple of years, they just fall apart. They just dry up and the card falls apart. So I try to use stuff that's not going to fall apart. All right, so there's that. So now when they open it, they can open it all the way up here and they can open the card. But we're going to put something right here that's going to hold it as an easel. And it's going to be, we could actually do a flower. Let's do a flower. Let's do this flower. Okay. Actually, even better. Let's do 3 flowers. They have this cute little threesome that cuts out all in one piece. So let's use that. And we're going to just do it on a piece of lemon lolly. We're going to stamp them with pumpkin pie. Because why not? Because they're not, I mean, they are daisies, but they don't quite look like daisies. All right. It still doesn't look like it has enough color on it. Okay. Yeah, see? It's not. It's much lighter on the top, but that's okay. All right. And we're going to cut that out. Set that there for now. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out and actually, let's do this. Put that back in there for later use. And then I can use my mini machine. So I can put it right under here. Whoops. Right under there, that's better. And I just put brand new plates on my mini. So let's get this lined up. Get the plate over the top. Here we go. Okay. My picture seems to be staying on now. I probably shouldn't have said anything because now I'll probably jinx it, but hi Joyce. Good to see you. Joyce, we are making a spinning easel card. And I will show you the finished product and the sample that I made. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this here so that this will sit behind it. But first I want to make sure it's going to be covered, and it is. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it right there. So let me get some dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put it like this. Whoops, I've got glue all over the place, you guys. All right, before I stick it down, I'm gonna make sure it still stays behind there and that it's okay. Yep, okay. So there we have it. That's what our easel will look like when it stands up, and this can, whoops, sorry, this can flip in here. All right, so let's finish up here. Okay, so now this has this really neat thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and then I'm going to see what I have to do. I think it will use, I think that the stamps will fit with it. First, let me poke out. I see there's a piece of something stuck in here from earlier. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut out one of these because I'm going to put it, well, I won't be able to put the whole thing there. I'll cut it off, but I'm going to put it, part of it over here and part of it over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this out of white. Basic white. And if I cut it down, I can actually fit it on the mini, I think. Let's see if I can make this fit. No, I cut it, well, no, I can, almost. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the leaves off because I'm going to cut more leaves in green. So let's get the mini back out here. So I'm going to cut these leaves off of here. There we go. All right, so I've got this. Now let me cut some leaves. A little scrap of green. Let's see, that'd be pretty. See if I can fit them on this piece. No, I can't. I need one a little bit bigger than that. See what else I've got in here. All right. I think this is Parakeet Party, which is retiring. If you want it and you don't have it, get it now. Also, I'm just going to put this on here any old way. It doesn't really matter as long as it fits on there. There are some things that are going up in price. The ink re-inkers are going up in price. The cardstock is going up in price. It's either, it could be both, the Stays On and the Memento, but I think it's the Memento is going up in ink, black ink is going up in price. This is all happening at the beginning of next month. So if you want the things at the current price, you want to buy them now. And I have a host code link posted at the top of the page. Make sure that you use that if you're going to order from me so that you get on to next month's workshop. If you have a $30 or higher pre-tax and shipping order, you get your workshop for free. So make sure that you use that link because that's the only way you can get your workshop for free. Okay, so let's take that off of there. And let me just poke these little guys out of here. Actually, I can probably just pull that one out. All right, now let's see here. Oh, I don't need the green ones. I need the white ones. Okay, I got a few little things to poke out here too. I probably could use my brush, but it's not gonna take me long to poke these out. All right. And same with this one. If the brush wasn't across the room, I would be using it, but since it is, or is it? Oh, no, the brush is right here. Okay, let's use the brush then, it'll be quicker. Or will it? Okay, we still have 3 more to poke out here. Where did I just drop my, you guys, I'm so unorganized tonight. I'm sorry, I'll just use my scissor ends. I just set that take your pick tool down, but I don't know where it went. So, okay, So now I've got these guys, and I've got stamps. I am going to try just stamping the stamp itself without the outline and see what I think about it. And I do believe that is going to fit. Maybe not quite. Oh yeah, right like that. Okay, so let's give it a little more yellow ink. Lemon Lolly. I think this is my favorite yellow. And let's make sure we get lined up right. Like this. And on we go. There's that one. All right, let's clean that off real quick and go to another one. Hi, Shirley. I just got this today, Shirley. I waited till the last minute to order it. It was on my list all last year, but it took me this long to get it ordered, decide to order it. And then we'll do this one. And that's going to be this one over here. See if I can get it lined up right. Yep. It's not easy because it's curved. There we go. There's that one. Okay. And then the final one, and then we'll do some centers. It's this one, obviously. This is what the photopolymer stamps are good for. I prefer the red rubber stamps for the way that they stamp, but I definitely prefer the photopolymer when I'm trying to stamp something in the right spot. And then let's do, okay, this little stamp here. And obviously it's not going to cover the whole center because there's little holes in there, but it's going to be good. Okay. And then the other one, we're going to use the bigger one for. Goodness, I'm making a mess over here. I'm going to do this. And then that one is actually, I'm going to use this one, but that one is, there's actually a little piece that can cut it out. Maybe it doesn't match it exactly, but okay. Let me go back to the little one again. And do the center there. There. Okay. Now, we're going to cut these babies up. Yes, it is Lemon Lolly. I love Lemon Lolly. I think that's my favorite yellow. I'm not a yellow person, but if I've got to use yellow, it's going to be Lemon Lolly probably. Okay, let's cut these guys apart so that I can use them all over the card here. And one there. You can trim that little point off if you want. That little point off. Okay. Get that one, little one trimmed off too. Okay. So now we're going to put these on here. And I should have cut out more than one leaf. So I'm going to cut out a couple more leaves. Don't mind me. Where did that green paper go? Okay, that can go back there. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to cut one of these in green. In a different shade of green. Let's see. Yes, we're going to do Old Olive. I might cut a couple of these, actually. Bear with me, folks. I'm rolling with the wrong hand. It's working. Okay, one more and I'll be right over. Okay, there we go, that's better. It's better when you work with your left hand if you're left-handed. Okay, get these babies out of here. There's one. There's the other. Boy, have I got a mess to clean up here. Okay, so let me get these little pieces out. Oh, I can't because I lost my take your pick tool. That's right. Oh, there it is. I just threw it in my carrier. Okay, there's one there. Shirley, did you get your... Oh, you probably didn't get your package yet because I think I just mailed it yesterday. So you'll get it soon. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here. So I'm just going to use my skinny glue again. There it is, way up there. I'm not going to put it all over. I'm just going to put a couple of dots here and there. Make sure the ends are covered. Turn it around. Get a little over here. All right, put that one here. Do the same on this side. You know what? I'm going to hang on to this with my tweezers aren't there, so we'll hang on to it with a different pair of tweezers. With this pair of tweezers there. And I can still put some here. So I'll need to add a sentiment to the front and to the inside of the card. I probably won't do that while we're on because it's already been almost an hour. Well, it's been almost 45 minutes, so whoops. Now I'm going to have sticky glue all over the place, but I really don't want that to hang off the end too much. Okay, now we have to figure out how we're going to put these on. I want this one. I don't want it to interfere with that, so I probably will trim it a bit. Let's see here. Let me put it on like this and then trim the ends off, or I could put it on up here. No, I'm going to put the sentiment up there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here and then just trim off some ends. And we're going to put this one over here like so. And we're going to put this one in the middle like so. I like that. Okay, and then this is going to come like this. Okay. So I'm going to put this one down. Nope, I'm going to pop them all. I am going to pop them all. So I'm going to use small. They're on my desk here somewhere. Well, I guess I won't look for them. I guess I'll just grab another package of them since I have a bunch of them right here. Here we go. I know I have a desk of the minis on here, or a sheet of the minis on here, but I don't want to have to fight for it right now. So, goodness, tore that one right off. Okay, the reason I'm using the minis is because I don't want to put a big one in the middle there and have it show through. And I certainly don't want to have them show through other places here either. So we're going to go ahead and remember I'm going to cut some of these off. So to be careful about that. Put that one there. Put this one here. That should do it. Oh, I probably should put one over there too. Right down in here. Oops, that was just a paper. Ha! Oh my goodness. Okay. Right down. That'll do. Okay. And that's stuck to it, of course. Okay. That one's off. That one's off. That one's off. This one and this one. And let's see here. Put it like so. Let's look and see. Well, I do have a little bit there, but I will cut that off when I cut it off, when I cut the part of the flower off. All right, let's put these other two flowers on here. This one's going to be hard to put on. I think I'm going to glue this one down because if I don't, they're going to show through. So we will just go ahead and glue this one down. so. Except I just remembered that I wanted to put that. Well, we'll put this leaf over here instead, under there. There was something on the other side of this paper. Interesting. Okay. No, actually, yeah, put it over here. Lift up a couple of the petals, flower petals, stick it on under there. There we go. Okay, and then last but not least, this one, which I'm going to go ahead and pop right here. Well, I'm going to pop it, but I'm going to have that leaf go over it. Okay. So I should be able to get a couple of minis on these. Let's see here. I think that's probably okay. One more up here. And I need something right there. So I'm going to use a half of a mini. Use my sticky scissors, not my ribbon scissors or my paper scissors. I'll put that there. And of course it's showing through, so let's turn it around. Put it like this. There we go, that's better. Okay. Did that come off? No, it did not. There we go. Okay, so this one's gonna go here with that leaf over the top of it, like so. Okay, now let's cut this off. Here's my sticky scissors. And a couple more pieces here. There. Okay, so now what I need is to put a message up there, a sentiment up there. Let's go ahead and do that. You made my day, oops-a-daisy, so sorry. Wishing you the brightest birthday. Your friendship means everything. I need birthday cards, so I'm just gonna put wishing you the brightest birthday. And is that the right one? Nope, that's oops-a-daisy. Here somewhere. Your friendship means so much to me. I'll find it. That must be it right there. Wishing you the brightest birthday. Okay. And lost my block again. So much stuff. You know what? I'm just going to get another block. Okay. This is going on a piece of lemon lolly. See if I can find an appropriately sized piece. Perfect. And it's going to be done in pumpkin pie. There we go. I think I need to put some ink on my pumpkin pie ink pad. That is not quite as dark as I would have liked it to have been, but it'll do. And we're gonna trim the end off. Leave a little extra space there. So the other Pick-a-Punch, this is Happy Labels. The other one, I can't remember what it's called, is Retiring. The one with the point and the dovetail. So I've already taken it out of my inventory. So I'm just going to use this one. There you go. That's good. Oops. Here, and we're going to pop this right up here in the middle. I want something under it. Let's see, I don't have any orange ribbon, but I do have All right, I'll show you this. This is basic beige ribbon. This is a new color coming out next month. This will be good. Just going to cut a piece here. I'm going to put that on here. Just a strip down the middle. Let me flip it around and get the other side that didn't come off. There we go. You know what? Before I do that, I want my basic beige ribbon to have some orange on it. So, what am I going to rub this with? This. Okay. There we go. Got a little bit of orange on it. Let's do that again. Boy, is this is definitely a dry ink pad, you guys. Maybe we'll run it through the lemon lolly too. No, actually, I think that's okay. I don't want it to be perfect. All right, and now I am going to cut the ribbon ends at an angle. That would be my ribbon scissors. And this side, same thing. All right, now I'm going to put it on here. Oops, stuck to my fingers. All right, and then we're going to put some dimensionals on there. Oh, that's a little too loose on the ribbon. Why is the ribbon not sticking? I think, oh, because the ink is coming off. All right, let's put some glue down there. There it is. Okay. Now that I've ruined the end of the ribbon, okay. Just a tip, let the ink dry before you put the ribbon on. All right, I really wrecked the end of that ribbon. You get the idea though. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so there, excuse me again. Okay, so there we have it. I'm just going to stand up like this. I'm going to take my phone out of the holder and show you it from the correct angle. Okay, whoops, doesn't want me to rotate it, of course not. Okay, so there you have it. And there it is closed. And they can push it up to the easel, or they can push it all the way up to here so that they can open here and there will be a message in here. So there's that one. Let me show you the sample again. Oops. Hang on a second, I'm going to set you down, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. And let me show you the sample. Here's the sample. Happy birthday. Underneath it, it says, beloved. And that, it's hard to do with one hand. And that is where the easel goes. And then you can open the card, and I haven't put anything in there yet, but that's that. And again, you can wind it all up before you put it in the card, in the envelope, so that when they pull it out and open it, oh yeah, okay, sure. When they pull it out and open it and get it away from there, oh, and it spins. Okay. All right, let me put you back up here. And roll you back towards me. Hang on just a second. Get these out of the way. And let me put you, so you're going to look at my ceiling for a second. All right, there we go. I hope you figured that out. I'm sorry it was so messed up and long. But there's how you make a spinner easel card. And I hope that you'll try this, and I hope that you'll post what you did. So here we go. Isn't that cool? And then this one And let's get that spun. And there you go. All right, gang. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, if you're catching the replay, make sure that you say hi so I include you in the drawing for a prize patrol tomorrow night. So have a great night and a great week, and I will see you all next week right here at 7 o'clock, hopefully. Bye-bye.